not folding your arms because it's a blocking behavior. What do you think? Tell us more.
So interestingly, I actually did a study I did a study on sequences of behaviors. But one thing we found was about blocking behaviors. And what we found was we looked at people who were in interviews, and they were asked really uncomfortable questions, and it caused a lot of emotional discomfort compared to people that were just in the interview and it was just a typical interview. There was nothing emotionally distressing. And blocking behaviors are an important behavior because we do them when we feel distressed. Again, it's a primal instinct. And typically, we will cup our hands and put them over the groin because we protect. And we also do it, we block our neck. We also can get objects. And I think about the neck is because, again, it's a threat. So we are very vulnerable here from predators. So we cover our neck because it's primal. How many times are you stressed and you kind of grab your neck like that? But we can do it. We can, if you have a handbag, often we'll put that in front of us, or we see it with patients in therapy with a pillow. So that in itself isn't the misunderstanding, because blocking behaviors absolutely do occur when we're in threat, and that can include the arms. It doesn't mean that that is always what the arms are there for, but it can include that. And in the research that I did, I found that in both the emotional distress condition and the neutral condition, blocking behaviors occurred. They occurred in both. And it wasn't anything to do with the emotional distress. It was because it was an uncomfortable situation. Even if the interview was comfortable, public speaking can cause stress and discomfort. Even if you are a very well versed public speaker, it's not a natural thing for us to do. So it can come out in our behaviors. Even if you are confident and comfortable, you can still show occasionally those blocking behaviors in an interview, in a presentation. And it has nothing to do with the fact that you are in a lot of distress. As I said, in the neutral condition, no distress. The behaviors were there because of the situation, not because of the emotions felt, which is why it's so important when it comes to nonverbals assessing other people. We don't just say he crossed his arms, he's being defensive, or he tucked his feet under the chair. He's obviously very shy and being defensive. We have to look at the bigger picture. What I found was it wasn't just about the one behavior, it was about the behavior that came before and the behavior that came after. If the individual showed loads of open displays, they kept their limbs away from their body, and then they showed blocking displays and then open displays, it had nothing to do with distress. It was when the individual showed a series of other cues relevant to distress, like a lot of self-touching and making themselves really, really small and closing themselves off. When the blocking display occurred, then it was indicative of distress. But you can kind of see now what I'm alluding to, the fact that it's not just a single behavior. No single behavior is indicative of anything, really. In the bigger picture, absolutely. But we have to take everything as a whole.